What's going on, Herman Nation? We get the first modification install on the Camaro. I'm very excited. We have a K&N cold intake going in. It's over here on the ground. I've already prepped it and put all the little things together. So now what I have to do is take the old one out. So I'm going to cut the seam. We're going to come back once I have this one out and get ready to put the new one in. Okay? So, wish me luck. Alright, so after reading directions, the first step is disconnecting the negative battery cable. And in the 2010 Camaro, the battery cable is actually in the trunk. So, we gotta loosen this up. I should say the battery itself is in the trunk. All this crazy stuff. Yep, no tire, just this crazy contraption that shoots gunk into your car. So there's the negative battery terminal. I'm going to loosen that up and take it off right now. And then we're ready to go with putting the intake in. So, we'll be back. Well, we're going to have to finish this some other time because this one is for a 3.6 liter V6 Camaro. And I have a V8 6.2. So, damn it! Alright, first I want to thank the guys over at Dance Speed because I'm retarded and I ordered the intake for the V6 Camaro and I definitely don't have that. I have the V8 6.2. I've already put on the rubber gasket on the paneling. I'm going to put together basically as much as I can before I go to the car and install it in the car. So I'm going to watch Transporter too while we're doing it. Ooh. Alright, so pretty much have all the pieces put together and they're on top of Papagino boxes right there. So we got those on there. And now all I have to do is take off the old intake. My engine's a little hot right now, so I just drove to the store to drop off some t-shirts. This thing's pretty cool, it pops right off. Oh, that's hot. So what I'm going to do is take all this apart. There's a couple of bolts over here I got to take off, or I took off this hose. The map sensor's already off. I'm going to pull this out and then put the new one in. So it's pretty self-explanatory. Take the bolts off and then put the new bolts on. So I'm not going to videotape that whole process. So we'll be back in like, well, for you it's going to be a second, but for us like 20 minutes. Alright, so we got the old intake out of the car. It's over there on the ground. And now what I'm going to do is install the shield. And there's a bracket that has to go on first, so... Whoa! Gotta loosen that back up. Oh, cool. So the way this thing works is, once you get the bracket in, you tighten the bolt, and it snugs it up nice and tight. So let's get going on that. I already put some of the pieces on. OCD, I had to do it. Hi! My neighbor. She doesn't come over to say hi anymore. She just waves him across the street and says she's too busy.
Such a shame.
Alright, so that's in place. And now we gotta tighten this bolt. Ooh. I have the deep socket arm going there. Socket extension.
So pretty. So it's gonna make the car go zoom even faster?
It's gonna add like 16 horse and give me better gas mileage. I'm mainly doing it for the gas mileage. The car's fast enough. And the speed limit's 65 no matter where you go, so it doesn't really matter. Alright guys, we're just finishing up the final clamp right here. Getting it nice and snug. You don't want to tighten these things too much because they'll break. Because I used to break them all the time when I was younger.
When you were younger?
Yeah, I want to make sure they're really tight. Alright, now we're going to go put the battery terminal back on. Where's the small one?
Behind you.
Oh, there it is. Alright.
Dun, 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 dun.
Batteries in the back, remember. That's where all the cool cars put the battery. tightening the bolt.
No, you can't be singing the Spider-Man song. That's my song now.
Now again, don't over tighten.
Wow.
Put the spare tire filler back on.
You don't have a spare tire?
No, I have a spare tire filler. It's much better than a spare tire.
Yes, because when we get that blowout wherever we go, we're going to have a filler but not a tire.
That's how we roll. Alright. Tighten that bad boy up. Toit like a toiga.
Yes, Mike Myers. Whatever you say.
You should put this on, because if you don't, the oil cap's going to be off. That's not good. Alright. Alright, did we forget anything, Coil?
I don't think so,
Alright.
except for firing it up.
That looks so much cooler than this big crappy one.
Ooh.
It looks awesome. I get so excited when I work on my cars. I love it. My Camaros. Ready?
Yep.
My key in my pocket.
Of course you forget your key.
All right, here it goes.
We in trouble.
It smells good. Everything seems to be working in order. Check for some any air leaks. Yeah, it's a little bit. Get in this time. It's so short. More than that. Yeah. Ooh. Time to go to the beach. Later. I want to thank you guys again over at Dan Speed for helping me out. I bought the wrong size intake. You guys sent me the right one. You're awesome. And for all of you getting intakes for your cars, make sure you get the right one, okay? It doesn't matter, like a bigger tube doesn't necessarily mean it's the best thing for your car. So make sure you get the right specs for the car that you have, okay? I like to go with plastic intakes because they don't hold heat as much as a metal one does. And the install went perfect. Everything fit the way it was supposed to. All the pieces were there. So thanks again, Dan Speed. And maybe I'll order some more stuff from you soon. Later.